and we're about to go on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! We are live. You're sticking around on the nest with Adrian Alvarado, multinational, multi-state amateur boxing champion and runner-up. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's up? How's it going?
Pretty good, man. How's the whole boxing thing going for you, man?
It's been good, man. It's kind of difficult too, just trying to lose weight because right now I'm in the process of a tournament.
Oh, you're cutting right now?
Yeah, I'm cutting right now.
Oh, that's why you got your water, huh?
Yeah, that's why I got my water, and I might get dry mouth throughout the time.
It's alright, man. I was just puking, so I mean, it's
all
alright. We were both fucking dehydrated as fuck. You're the only one that's good here.
I'm good, man.
No,
I'm hydrating. I got my
get sick or something.
Ginger ale.
I got my ginger on deck. Man, before we start talking about boxing and shit, how's life after high school for you, man?
Oh man, it's been good. You know, there's of course ups and downs and shit, side tracks, but honestly, it's been good. It's not where I want it to be. I wish I could do more, as in boxing and as in school wise, but it's still good, man.
You're able to manage it.
Yeah. There was times where I was shit. I was stuck with a lot of stuff work, boxing, and school, and I was fuck, what the fuck do I gotta do? Because boxing is important for me.
Yeah, that's the reason why I stopped doing MMA because I couldn't balance college and going to train and all that. So I mean, props to you, man.
Here's the thing too. I actually took a semester off college.
Yeah.
This last semester before this one, because I thought I was gonna go pro. I thought I was gonna go pro. I don't want to take it serious. I'm dude, I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna focus on boxing. I even took I even quit my job because I was working at Home Depot.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I was in the outside, and it was kind of difficult because I was the guys who would clean up and shit, how people.
It's a warehouse, right? The Home Depot's basically a warehouse.
Yeah,
well, it depends what they have you doing,
Yeah. And I'm outside getting cars, it's
carts?
called the corral. The cars pushing and shit.
Oh, okay. With the pallets and shit. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I'll get customers who are just fucking dumb, dude. I don't want to be a dick, but it's just carrying and loading stuff, and I didn't want to hurt myself, and it will stop.
Oh, see, he was doing the same thing, man. He was loading shit on.
Yeah.
But you were dealing with people?
Yeah, well, customers too, outside. I was the outside guy. They'll be La Tech to lumber door, and I'll help someone with some lumber or some
carry shit to their car?
Yeah, carry shit to their car, basically.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Would they tip you?
Ah, nah, dude.
What the fuck, you motherfuckers?
But here's the thing.
Sucks.
They actually had me deliver, and dude, this is the worst day ever because I actually delivered alone. It was some paved stone or something, some rocks.
Yeah.
To put on the floor for garden, and it was me by myself. I unloaded at least 120 off the truck.
Yeah.
To some lady's house, hand by hand.
Damn.
And luckily she tipped me. It was $25, but still, it was hot, man. And I was dying, man. But that was
man, that's cardio for boxing.
Yeah,
it's good cardio. Man. No, but that takes a lot out of you, man. Especially if you have to go train after.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
And I was getting little cuts on my hands too, and I didn't really have gloves on.
That's why you gotta ask for the gloves.
Yeah, I gotta ask for them.
Did you ever feel unmotivated, after you got out of work and let's say you had to go train? Did you ever put it to the side or no?
Honestly, because that's where I had my schedule. I'll work from at least 6 a.m. to I think 2:30.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to the gym at 4:35, and I'll be shit, man, I don't feel like going today. I don't feel like sparring. I don't feel like doing this. 'Cause I felt unmotivated. And I was nah, man. I gotta put one aside.
Yeah,
I gotta focus on my main career. And at school too. That's you gotta have a backup plan. B.
By the way, try not to move the table too much because that camera's not really tied down.
No. All right, my bad.
No, it's all right.
Sorry, I was just all right. Yeah, I quit my job, and then I quit my job right before a tournament.
Yeah.
And then I'm feeling good after that. Right now, I'm in the process of getting a new job, and it's not that bad, Shoe Palace. Maybe a plug. I don't know.
Damn,
maybe.
Discounts.
We got rejected from Shoe Palace.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We
were dumb though and shit.
We were studying for international business.
Man, what the fuck? But sacrifice, though, would you say that's key to being successful overall in life?
Honestly, I feel like it is key. Like, everybody takes sacrifices throughout their lives. Like, even famous people, anybody. Like, I always play this song. It's by Big Sean and Migos. Sacrifices.
Sacrifices.
Remember?
But you know, if you want to get somewhere, you got to make sacrifices. And you gotta do what you got to do.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I'm trying
facts,
to do,
man. That's facts.
I mean, that was my biggest concern. Like the fact that you're able to balance school and like the whole boxing thing, man. I mean, I couldn't do it, so I mean that's why I was kind of curious as to how you're able to balance those things out. You know.
Well, luckily right now I have like a little schedule.
Yeah.
Like I have because Monday, Wednesday, Fridays that's usually when I spar in the morning.
Yeah.
So I have like a class in the morning, like 8 a.m. like just a 50-minute class.
Yeah.
And the gym's close by, so I go there, and then after the gym I have another class like around 4, so it like fits well.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of all mixed up now because there's another pro that came here, so his sparring days are different, so I gotta work around him, you know.
Hey man, are you choosing to stay in school, or like your parents kind of imposing that on you?
No, man, like it's honestly me. Like it's me too. Like boxing doesn't last forever. Like you never know what could happen. One hit and I'm done, you know.
Fuck.
But like I want a career aside from boxing, and right now I'm studying kinesiology, so that's like, being like a physical therapist and stuff. Yeah. And you know, that's kind of like beneficial for boxing too, because if I am hurt, I could, I guess, learn from physical therapy and get myself ready and stuff like that. You know, there's a plan B. Like my dad always says, like tells me, hey, boxing doesn't last forever. You know, always have a plan B. Stick to school, do what you got to do, and like, get your degree and get a career too.
It's good because it's oriented around like athletics. So if for whatever reason you decide that boxing isn't what you're gonna go through with, like you're still gonna be working with like athleticism. You know, you're gonna be working in an area where you're comfortable. Yeah. So that's beneficial, man.
Honestly.
Yeah, you mentioned your dad right now, and I've seen you post a picture with him, like him at your fight. So, what influence or what impact does your dad have just overall with your life, boxing, everything?
He has a big impact on me. Like,
should ride or die?
Yeah, honestly, sometimes we bump heads, man. Like we bump heads, but I seen him go. I seen him go through shit. Like we've been through a lot of shit together. Like in the gym, you know, he motivates me. He's like my assistant coach. Mm-hmm. But it's like, dude, like that father and son bond is like when I'm in the ring, I get heated and he gets heated. So it's like we always clash sometimes.
Oh, by the way, just kind of speaking to the mic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. All right, we always like clash sometimes, you know. Yeah, so it's kind of like hard, but then he motivates me. Like he's always there with me in the tournaments. He's like, hey, you got this, man, you got this. Like he always motivates me, you know. Like do it for us, basically.
Yeah,
you know? You want to go get it, go get it.
Yeah, it's the passion from both sides. Mm-hmm. You know, that's probably what causes the clash and shit.
Yeah.
But that's good that he's supporting you.
Hey man, how'd you get into boxing?
Honestly, bro, like in the beginning, like I was around like 9, 8, and my dad is a big fan of boxing, like big fan.
Yeah.
And he put me in it. Like
so it was actually your dad that got you in it.
Yeah, he got me in it, but I didn't like it. I hated it.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. So I was like, you know, fuck this, man. I want to play like baseball, or I want to play football. Yeah. But that didn't work out because football, like, they didn't play me.
Man, you need to be a certain size.
I was small, bro. I was small. You guys see me freshman year. I was small. Like I'm still small right now. Like I was playing for East Valley Bobcats right here.
Oh yeah.
They hardly play me, and I was like, you know, fuck football. Like around 12, 13, I was like getting a little chubby during the summer, and I was like, you know, I want to start boxing. And I told my dad I want to start boxing. Like, let me find the gym. Like, let's find the gym.
Yeah. And
luckily he found some guy, some cut man, may he rest in peace, named Joe Chavez.
Yeah.
He's like renowned.
World renowned,
yeah. So like he worked with like Oscar De La Hoya, all these greats, and then he told him like, hey, where's there a boxing gym? And then he recommended my dad to some boxing gym like in Cesar Chavez. I forgot where it was at. They tore it down already. But I started from there, man, and then I started getting serious with it. Like in the beginning, I sucked at it, man. I was like some little chubby kid, always coming in forward, and like I met with my coach recently, who's also like a cut man, and he's good. Like he works with UFC professionals and all that. And his brother actually was an ex-world champion, and he passed away from cancer after he fought Mayweather. Mayweather won. Yeah, Mayweather.
What was this guy's name?
His name was Genaro Hernandez, Chicanito. You get.
So this was like early on.
Mayweather. He was from Boyle Heights.
I think he grew up in Boyle Heights. Yeah, he grew up in Boyle
area.
Heights. Yeah, this area around here. Because he also fought Oscar De La Hoya. He lost to him. That was his.
Oscar. Why does everybody hate that guy?
I don't know, man.
Why is it this kind of like...
We went to his school.
So...
but I don't know, man.
It's kind of... We're biased on that because we went to his school. But I don't know. But yeah, man. His two losses, his brother's two losses were against Mayweather and Oscar, and that was pretty much it. And then I stuck with my coach. You know, I got better. I seen myself improve. And, you know, the only thing right now is that, like, we're battling with him. Like, when am I going to turn pro?
Yeah.
And right now, that's when I need to show it. Like
that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, when are you planning to turn into a professional fighter?
You know, I talked about it with my dad and my coach. He said, like last year in December, I talked about it. He's like, oh, maybe January or February. But January and February came, nothing happened because I was out of shape. I wasn't showing like urgency, you know. So I talked to my dad about it. My dad's like, no, we're gonna talk to him now after this tournament. It's either April or May. Yeah. So you got to stay ready. And my coach wants to see that I'm ready. So right now there's a pro with us. He was an ex-world champion, a former world champion at like flyweight division. His name is Carlos Cuadras. He fought some pretty good fights, man.
I think I heard of him.
He fought like some top guy named Chocolatito. They call him.
Yeah. Everyone knows that guy.
Yeah, so
got knocked out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bad, man.
And you were you there?
I was there.
He was at the fights. I remember I saw
his
his story, man.
It was kind of heartbreaking because he was my idol, you know.
Yeah,
man.
Like, shit, the last thing you're expecting is for someone like him to get knocked out.
You just seen him on the floor and bam. And my coach actually was working with him at the time too.
Yeah?
Not working with him, but like a corner man kind of.
Did you ever like meet him or?
Yeah, I met him during the press conference. That the guy that I'm training with right now, when they were fighting, I met him during that time, dude. That guy's pretty small. He was like pretty small, you know.
What's his weight class?
I don't know. I think
he's light, no? Super light.
Flyweight.
So 115.
It's either 112, 115.
Wow, man, that's pretty light.
It's really light. It's like my weight.
Is there a weight below that?
Yeah, man.
Dude. There's minimum weight, which is like
I saw that minimum weight.
106.
Because I think the lowest weight division you can get in like the UFC or like any MMA competition is 115, which would be considered strawweight for like MMA.
I want to know about that. Like, how are the weight classes divided?
For some reason, like in MMA, the weight classes are like, let's say for example, lightweight would be 155. What would that be in boxing?
I think lightweight's like 130.
130?
Maybe 135.
I wonder why that is.
All I know is heavyweight is 200 up.
Heavyweight's 200 up,
Yeah.
That's
they should make like a super heavyweight.
Oh,
like to watch some fucking freak shows.
I mean, anybody who's over 200 pounds could
that's
fight
like
in the heavyweight.
Why not?
What's his name? The one who fought Wilder.
Fury.
Fury went in there weighing like 240, I think, man. That guy, it's a giant.
He was bigger. He was like 30 pounds bigger than Wilder at that time.
Man. Wilder still dropped his
When
ass.
he was out of shape, he was like 400.
Yeah, no, he was heavy, man.
Did you watch the podcast with Joe Rogan?
With who?
And Tyson Fury? He was talking about how he was overweight, like 400 plus pounds.
Was he talking about like he was in rehab too?
Yeah, like he was suicidal and he was.
That's what he was trying to push through the fight. That he was fighting for mental health and shit, but
he donated part of his like money towards like mental health awareness.
Yeah, you think there's gonna be a rematch?
I hope so. And also with some guy named Anthony Joshua. I don't know.
He's dominating, man.
Yeah, him too, man. But they're kind of making fun of him because he might be ducking, but I don't know. Man.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I hope to see those
that
fights.
Was big, man. Anthony Joshua's
Dude,
big.
That guy's cut. That guy's big.
But he's been ducking every big name right now. For some reason, I don't know what, or I don't know if it's promoters or there's always some shit.
It's always that in boxing.
Maybe they're building it up.
Yeah,
it's always.
Did you hear about what happened with HBO boxing that it no longer exists?
Oh yeah, man. That's,
what?
That's,
how do you feel about that?
It sucks, man. Because HBO had like a good a good like way of doing things. Like before, like I used to like watching some show. It was called HBO 24/7.
Oh, 24/7.
Oh, that was the shit.
Those were crazy. Like when I would see Mayweather and all
De La
these,
Hoya?
yeah,
That's
De
the
La
first
Hoya, I
shit.
was like, what the fuck is happening, dude? This shit's hard. Like it just builds up on it.
Yeah.
It also boosts the rate of people buying the fights.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It got people so engaged that even people who weren't fans of boxing, they started watching the 24/7 series,
Yeah.
and then they wanted to see how does it end. So they
Yeah.
pay for the pay-per-view.
Because like they do all this shit talking, you know, they build it up. All
Makes
these
the
edits
fight
and,
cinematic.
Yeah,
Honestly.
man. You become like attached to your favorite boxer, and
Yeah.
then you want to see the fight, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking, you mentioned working with champions. You worked with Ken Shiro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Ken
man.
Shiro, dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry.
It's a big name right there.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like he's a Japanese guy. Like I think 108 too.
Yeah, he's light, no? He's
Light, really light.
the flyweight champion,
Flyweight.
WBC.
Yeah, really light, and he was from Japan. He just came into the gym, and I just went into the gym. I think early morning, and my coach was like, "Hey, you're gonna spar this Japanese dude." Like,
Does he speak English?
No, so.
Oh,
No,
shit.
not really.
Damn.
Not really.
He's out
dude.
there, man. He's from out there.
Yeah, so like I sparred him, right? My coach, first thing he told me was like, "Hey, he's not as like he doesn't as he said it like something like he isn't as fat and he's fast. He's fast. Basically, he's fast. But he didn't look fast like outside the ring, and I was like, "What the hell is he talking about? Like, is he really fast?"
He's light, man.
Dude, he's light. And the first round, like he threw like a jab, like super fast. I was like, "Oh damn, this guy's quick."
Dang.
And he's strong too. He's strong. And I was weighing a little heavier than him, but I was like, dude, I did some good rounds with him too, and it was good. Like it was a good experience.
How do you
know,
feel you
'cause he was
stack up to
champion.
someone that good? Like, how do you see yourself in comparison to someone that's already champion? Like, do you feel like you could ever step in the ring with someone like that at that level?
Yeah, I feel like I could, man.
You think you could give him a good fight?
Yeah,
Like, if this was an actual.
yeah, hell yeah. Like if I prepare well for it, then yeah, I could give him a good ass fight.
Would you compare his style of fighting? Like, did he have a Japanese style of fighting, or had you experienced that style before?
Like Japanese are kind of known for like always warriors, man. Like
Aggressive?
coming forward, like kind of aggressive. But he was. Let me see. I remember him like he was always like forward, just coming forward. Always like Japanese fighter. Like I dealt with those people before, like coming forward guys. But his style was like crazy because he would just throw fast, boom, boom, and hard, and then just move, sidestep, like move to the side and just crack me. And I was
So
like,
you
"Damn,
you
dude."
knew why he was champion.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this guy's legit, you know? This guy's legit. And I follow him on Instagram, and I see his stuff, and I was like, I didn't think much of him at the time. And now as I see him, like, I'm like, dude, this guy's like the shit over there in Japan.
Yeah, man.
I didn't even know about him till you
Yeah,
posted him.
no,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, shit.
Ken Shiro, that guy's good.
So the reason that you haven't gone pro is because you're having this conflict with your dad about when you're gonna go into it, or
Oh, no, it's more like with my coach, I think.
With your coach?
Yeah, because he always says, like, dude, I always have, like, one good day and then 10 bad days. Like, I be doing good, and then one day he's there, like, I just fuck up. It's funny because on Monday, I was sparring the pro that's with us right now, and I did good, man. I did good, like, really good. But on Tuesday, I messed up because I was doing, like, some CrossFit strength and conditioning, and, dude, my legs were, like, done. Like, they were gone.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like,
Yeah, about your training regimen and shit.
Yeah, like...
we'll go into that afterwards.
Yeah, I'll go into that in a bit. But that day, like, on Tuesday, my coach was there. He wasn't there Monday when I did good, but he was there on Tuesday when I just got, like, beat, you know? Like,
That
I got
sucks.
my ass kicked. And
What is it though, man? Like, is it all physical, or do you feel it's mental too? When you walk into the ring, do you feel ready, or do the nerves overcome you? Like, what is it?
it's a little bit of both, man.
Yeah?
'Cause it's not really nerves, but it's just like, fuck, like, I already worked out. Like, damn, I'm tired and this and that. And then the thing about me, man, it sucks, and I gotta get over this, but my biggest problem is, like, myself, like, my head. Like, if I get cracked, I get super mad, and I just start coming forward. Like,
I know what you
and
mean. I know what you mean.
it's
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. Like, and I got knocked down like that one time. It's
Yeah.
it used to go when lights go out, and then you're like, what the fuck happened? And they're like, you gotta. When you get into a situation like that, you gotta maintain your composure.
Yeah, you gotta keep calm, because once you lose it, you already lost everything.
Yeah.
He already got you. The guy's already got you.
Yeah, we were
So-
talking about this the other day, how your mental strength is vital to being a professional athlete, man.
Yeah, you gotta. If your mentality is right, you're straight. Like if you're saying, "I got this guy," or "I got this," I'm gonna win. Or anything in any sport, you got it, man.
Yeah,
like,
well, when you get in that scrap, like you just want to keep playing that tag game. Like you got tagged, now the guys gonna want to tag you back, and then it goes back and forth, and then before you know it, you guys are exchanging wild punches.
And then you lose your head, and you never know, man. That wild punch can knock you out.
Yeah. Do you train for that? Do they train you for those type of situations?
No, they train you to not get into those kinds of situations, man. Because if you get into those just back and forth, just hooks, there's no technique in just throwing hooks at each other.
It's deadly, man. And like some people, like you never know, the opponent might be just wild and boom, just hit you with something crazy.
It'll come down to speed then, because if the guy throws hands faster than you, then he's gonna crack you at a faster rate than you're cracking him.
Man, it's scary, man. Especially like knowing that you're not fighting just another person. You're fighting another person that's trained, like the way Eddie Bravo told you that. You're going up against somebody who's trained to fuck you up. Yeah. You know that's just scary.
That's the thing that like you walk into a gym, you're not walking in to beat someone up on the street, man. You learn that in 3 weeks. Yeah. You learn how to beat up a regular person on the street in 3 weeks. You're going in there to train to defeat someone that's actually training to defeat you back, you know?
That's the thing about boxing too. Like you might think there's bums out there, but hey, you never know. Those bums are those bums are in there to fuck someone up. Those bums are in there to get their money and make their living. Fuck, like man. I've seen that so many times. Like there's boxers where they just put like whatever guy in front of them, but that whatever guy wanted it more than the boxer who is projected to win. Yeah. So that's the thing. You gotta want it, and you gotta have the mentality straight. Like you're in there to fuck someone up. Yeah. You're in there. You know, the other guy has 2 hands. You have 2 hands. You know, both of you guys know how to use them. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, like today I was watching this video about Mike Tyson, and they were explaining how his son wanted to become pro, but that Mike would advise him not to. And then they were commentating on that, and they were like, Mike doesn't want him to go pro because he knows the type of foods that are out there. Yeah, no. He knows, like, from experience, the way he feels like killing somebody. Yeah. He don't want that for his son, you know? Yeah. That's just dangerous. That's scary.
It's a tough sport. Like, for MMA, too, or any combat sport, I give respect to anybody who steps in, like, the octagon or ring or...
Just walking into a sparring session scary, dude, man.
It's just crazy. You never know what can happen. Like, I've seen guys with headgears get knocked out. Like, damn, like, dude, what the hell? Like, with headgear. It's like, oh, shit. And MMA, like, I don't know if you guys use, like...
We don't use headgear.
No, you use headgear, huh? No. So, like, what kind of ounce gloves? Like, 14? Or...
Well, if we're doing boxing or, like, Muay Thai training, we'd use the 14-ounce gloves. Yeah. But if we're doing MMA training, we'd use the 4-ounce gloves.
Yeah, you see, that, I can't even do that.
Yeah, man, and no headgear, because if we're doing MMA training, like, the headgear's just gonna get in the way when you're doing grappling, so... Like, and you're gonna get cracked either way, like, it sucks.
Man, I remember feeling fucking nervous before I played a game of basketball. I can't imagine how the fuck you guys feel going into the ring, man.
Dude, going into it, like I said, like, going into
baseball, I'm like, fuck, I'm nervous.
You like, there was times where I just, like, shit myself, man. Like, before, I'll be all nervous, like, having butterflies. Dude, like, I would be like, dude, I can't even eat, like, after a weigh-in. Like, I'll be shitting it. But now I learned, like, dude, I'm fucking getting ready.
Right there,
I get in the fucking zone,
That's
man.
The scariest part of the fight. The moments leading up to the fucking fight. Because when you're in the fight, you're like, I'm here, you know? Like, it's not scary no more once you're fighting. But, like, the whole weigh-in process, the fucking waiting. Because, like, let's say, for example, you're in a tournament and you're fighting, like, at 6, and you're there since, like, 12 for the weigh-ins. You have to wait 6 hours before you go into the ring.
Yeah, that's the thing with my tournaments now. But luckily, I get rest. Like, I weigh into, like, at 8. Like, dude, I'm like, right there, just kind of, like, nervous at 8 a.m., just waiting for the weigh-in, like, seeing if I made weight. And when it's time to fight, dude, I'm in my zone, like, I remember, I just hate telling people telling me, are you nervous? I hate it, because I don't want to be told that. And, like, reverse psychology.
Everybody's nervous, man.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, if you're not nervous, you're not ready.
Honestly, like, no, but, dude, I, like, for the past fights I had, I just felt like I was in the zone. Like, my dad seen me, like, he even told me, like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm in my fucking zone. Like, I'm confident, you know, I'm confident. Yeah. And I go in the ring. You gotta go in the ring wanting to hurt, not really hurt the guy, but you want to win, you know?
And you're going in there to kill or be killed, man.
Oh, kill or be killed, yeah. Never mind. Yeah, kill or be killed. I'm going to have that in the back of my head.
For your next fight.
For my next fight.
When's your next fight, by the way?
So I leave to Reno, Nevada. I'm supposed to get there on Sunday, the 24th of March.
Yeah.
To weigh in. That's a mandatory weigh-in. And they would do the draw from there. And I don't know if I'm either fight either on a Monday, the 25th, or... It's a week-long tournament, so it's from, like, the 25th to the 31st or the 30th. So if my bracket's stacked, and if I keep winning, I fight every day. And if it's not stacked, then I'll probably fight the first day, then get the rest, and the third day, and then the fourth day.
Man, that sounds fucking tough.
Yeah, it is, man, because, like, you get banged up, you're like, damn, my body's sore.
Yeah.
But then you have time to recuperate, and then still, like, when you recuperate, you got to lose the weight again. Because in amateurs, every time you fight, you got to weigh in. And that's shit that sucks. It's different from pros because you just have one weigh-in.
Yeah.
And then you have time to freaking blow up and recuperate. Yeah. And you don't have to weigh in again. But for amateurs, it's just difficult because you weigh in, lose weight, weigh in again.
Also, your back to your training regimen.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever implement like heavy compound lifts, like deadlifting or squats or anything like that?
You know, I started doing that last month. I started last month, and I just ended it this week because I just didn't feel it right in my legs. But I was doing a CrossFit / strength conditioning.
Dude, you're gonna get a lot of injuries doing CrossFit. I suggest you just do regular compound lifts, like deadlifts, squats.
Honestly,
bench press.
I think I was doing that, but I don't know if I was.
Yeah, those are big three right there.
Yeah, because the main thing that the guy was trying to work on was my balance, because my balance is shit. Like, I was like off balance all the time, and he didn't want to weigh me. He didn't want to like put heavy load on me because he knew I was cutting, but he had me like deadlifting, squatting, like on the box jump on the box. Yeah, box jumps, and then do like a little circuit training, like with the heavy medicine ball, just do squats and throw it up, and like hip thrusts with like some like weights and shit. Like,
yeah, the CrossFit stuff.
Yeah, like CrossFit stuff like that, and then some sprints and all that. That was my training for like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and after that I would go to the gym again just to loosen up. And Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays, that was my sparring days. But for a while I wasn't getting sparring, dude, so I was just like hitting the bag and stuff, and like my dad was getting mad because he knew I was preparing for a fight and he wants me to spar. Because sparring is like, you know, important if you want to get ready for a fight.
It's for me, it was always the funnest part. And the part where I felt like I got the most out of that. Because it's like real shit, you know?
Yeah, you learn from it too. You learn like new things. You learn new tactics. And also you get the stamina too if you go into a real fight.
And also you're put in the actual position of what it's going to be like when you're in the ring with that person, because you could drill the drills over and over again, but you'll never get the real feeling unless you get into the boxing room and spar.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, are you ready to go pro? Do you feel you're ready?
I feel like I'm ready. After this tournament, I feel like I'm ready.
No matter what.
No matter what, I feel like I'm ready.
All right.
Honestly, I need a little more stamina to just run, but I feel like I'm ready. Like,
no, man, you're ready.
Yeah,
man. You can't be having shit like that in the back of your
head.
I
was telling this guy yesterday, like, you're only going to get older, man. This is the perfect time for you to go pro.
Yes.
You're ready.
Have you heard of Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, Ryan Garcia. Dude, I honestly, like, I don't want to say, like, oh, shit, I grew up in the amateurs with him, but I actually seen him around the amateurs. I grew up kind of around the amateurs with him. I've been to a couple of tournaments with him.
He's confident, man.
Yeah, he's confident, man. He's a young bull, man. He got it. He got it for him. He got it. He got the following. He got the sponsors. He got everything.
I feel like the key to your success is to kind of mimic what he's doing in terms of like marketing himself and putting himself out there, promoting himself through social media.
Honestly, that's the big thing for boxers nowadays. And my friend made me realize this too, because he said something about that. He's like, you got to market yourself as a boxer. You got to market yourself, put yourself out there. Like, and it's true. He mentioned Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is doing that, man. He's marketing himself. He's getting all these chicks, man. Just like a clean-cut guy. He's getting all these chicks. That's marketing right there. And sponsorships, like, he's signed with Golden Boy. He's going good with them. He's like ranked.
He's with Alpha Lead or Gymshark.
I
he's
think
just one of those
two. Dude, yeah, I think he's sponsored by Gymshark, and also he just like started like some YouTube brat thing, like.
Yeah, man, it all comes down to marketing. Like, if you look at his IG videos, like, they involve boxing, but he's doing some, like, entertaining shit, you know?
Yeah.
He's, like, fucking up his brother, like, punching him.
Like, little skits, you know?
Yeah.
Little skits.
You should do that, man. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to see shit like that.
Honestly, I want to start doing that, but the thing about me is, like, I'm kind of, like, shy and shit. Like, I kind of also...
More introverted.
Yeah.
I think me and him, we were talking about this, I think, in, like, episode number 3, how we also have the similar, like, those similar traits, like being introverted.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a boxer, man, it's not beneficial for you to be that way, man. I think
man, if you make it, you got to do all the press conferences, all this marketing, like, at a much bigger level. So it's good to start now,
like,
you know?
Like, bro, like, even for this, when you hit me up for this, I was like, oh, fuck. Like,
dude,
I was nervous as fuck, you know, because I didn't know what I was stepping into, like. But, you know, I was like, you know, fuck it, you know, hey,
it's good practice, man.
It's good practice,
practice,
you know?
right here, you know?
Like, I was like, you know, start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you got to build yourself up like that. You got to build yourself up. And that's the thing. Like, I don't really post, like, my sparring videos or my, like, working out videos, but... Cause I know
you should, man. Because when you were posting a lot, I was keeping up with you, man. I was like, oh shit, he's here. He made it here. He won,
dude.
Like I was so like tied to you, man.
Exactly.
You should do that shit
I was
again.
the same, and so was Tejas. Tejas was only talking.
Yeah, Tejas, like he been a couple of my fights too.
Man, that fool be everywhere though.
Shout out Tejas. Shout out to Tejas.
Shout out Tejas for going to my fights.
I'm not shouting him out.
But yeah, man. That's the thing. I see all these boxers, not all of them, some that have like a good following, like post like little skits, and I feel like doing that, but at the same time, like back in my head is like, oh, people are gonna be like, oh, he's not like that in the actual gym, man. But it's like everybody talks shit though. So.
Me and him, we've talked about that already, and you gotta really let go of this fucking conception that. Or this idea that you feel that people have of you. Fuck that shit. Just move forward, man.
That's what allowed us to start this podcast.
Yeah, like we know people are gonna talk shit. We're gonna have some haters like, oh, it's not even cool or anything. But we don't give a fuck. You know, we have you here.
Yeah.
Like we just jumped in and
honestly,
you should do the same,
man. When you guys make it, you can say, hey, fuck the haters, man. Look at where I'm at now. Like that's what I'm trying to do. Like,
do it, man.
I need to start doing that. I'm gonna start doing that.
Fuck like, what people say.
Honestly, I'm gonna start doing that shit.
Like fucking post your 8-pack, you know?
Like at the same time, like I don't want to seem over kind of cocky, but confident at the same time. Like, oh, I got like, you know, market myself and shit. I forgot what I was about to say right now.
But stay true to yourself.
The thing is that I think what he's afraid of is like, let's say for example, you're in his position, right? You're in his shoes, and he's marketing himself as his like cocky fighter, and then he gets cracked.
He doesn't need to be cocky though. Yeah. Just be yourself. Market yourself.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I wasn't necessarily saying you should be cocky. I think you should just put yourself out there. Like let people into your life. You know, let people see what you're doing and what you're up to.
Yeah, engage the audience and shit.
I agree with what he's trying to say though. Like I don't want to. I guess I don't know if I'm using the right terms, but like perceive myself as like a cocky person, and then in the gym someone fucks me up. It's like, oh, he's not that good.
That's why the saying always goes is what happens in the gym or what happens in the sparring station stays there.
Stays in the gym. Yeah, but there's always like some little leaks and little people talk, you know, there's always birds.
Man, who gives a fuck about what people say, man?
What matters is when you show up under the lights. That's what matters.
You're gonna learn from that. So when you do make it to the big stage, you're gonna be used to you know what it's like to fuck up, and then you know what it's like to have people talk shit about you. So once you reach the big stage, you're ready, man. Yeah, solid.
Like, bro, like I consider myself like an underdog kind of, cause like
that's
I'm more of like
shout out Gunna.
Yeah, shout out Gunna. Like like I'm always like kind of pushed to the side a little bit by like my coach and stuff. Yeah, cause there's always like favorites in the gym, you know, and it's like I gotta show him, like, you know, I gotta show him what's up. And it's always drives me in back of my head, like in my little, like I post on my Snapchat, like, oh, I'm gonna show you guys one day, you know, like, I'm gonna be ready.
What does that mean by your revenge? Because you're always posting, I'm here for my revenge.
Okay, so okay, so I didn't get my revenge, sadly, but
man, it's still out there.
Yeah, it's still out there. I'm gunning for that guy. So like there recently, like September, I fought, right?
Yeah.
It was National Pal. I wanted to defend like I guess my little championship that I won the year prior to that. Before that.
Yeah.
So I fought.
Hey, man, don't be saying little championship. That's your title, man. That's your title. You earned that shit.
Hell yeah. So I first fought some guy. I beat him, bro. I like kicked his ass. Like I could have stopped him, but the ref was being like kind of a bitch, man, because she was my coach's ex at the before she was my coach's ex. So she didn't want to give
me drama.
The politics, man.
She didn't want to give me a fair shake and stop the fight.
Yeah.
But, you know. So the next day I fought some guy from Vegas, and he was like some slick boxer. Like he would just touch, boom, 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 and I was like, dude, I got this. It was my first time fighting him, and he beat the guy that I fought like 6 times in the amateurs, and I was like, oh shit, this guy. Okay, well, he has something because he beat that guy.
Yeah.
And I like the first fight, I went in there just boom, 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 going at him, cracking him. And dude, it was a close fight. I lost a split decision. I thought I won, but sadly I didn't. And there was 3 weeks later, there was another tournament. It was called the Western Qualifiers. It was around I say like kind of October.
Yeah.
Beginning of October, and that one was like a qualifier to like be on the USA national team.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do it, bro. Like I was doing it. I fought once. I beat a guy. Then the next fight, the semifinals, was with the same guy that I lost to, and I was like, "Oh, dude!" I was confident. I'm coming for my revenge, and but damn, dude, I don't know. I didn't show up that night. I didn't perform well.
What's that guy's name?
His name's Roscoe Hill.
Roscoe Hill, this man's coming for you, man.
Roscoe Hill, you better watch out, man.
Revenge, man.
Respect, but I'm coming for that W again.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude, and recently there was a guy who had a big following, a boxer who had a big, not like an amateur boxer who had a big following on Instagram. That video leaked. Like there was a video of me, like that guy schooling me, just boom, boom, and like little skit, like oh, like the guy would say, oh, don't do it, oh, like clowning me.
He was a talker?
Yeah, he was a talker,
okay.
you know, like clowning me.
Report that shit.
He was shouting him out. The guy I fought, he was like getting a little fame off that. The guy I fought, and like they were like, "Damn, that guy's slick" and all that. And like, dude, like people who know me, like were sending it to me, like, "Oh, is that you?" Like my homies are clowning on me. So I was like, "Fuck," you know. Like in my head, I was like, "Damn, this shit's putting me down." But then in the same time, I was like, "Dude, I'm gonna show these motherfuckers, and I'm gonna beat this guy. I'm gonna beat him. Like I'm gonna beat him."
Yeah.
And I don't want to be in another video. I want to be in the video kicking his ass. I want to post a video of me kicking his ass. So,
yeah, use that shit as your motivation,
as a motivation.
man.
So hopefully this tournament, if he does go, then hopefully I get another chance. Third time's a charm, and I'll beat him.
You better be posting that shit, man. I want to see
I'll
everything.
IG,
everything.
I think what you just need a little bit more of is, like I said, those compound lifts, so that you can get more power behind your punches.
I was honestly doing that, and I felt it. Like I felt like I was like getting stronger and sitting on my punches and all that.
Especially legs.
Yeah, legs, dude. Dude, I hate legs. Every time like I went to the gym, I was like, fuck, leg day again. Like hell no. But it works, man. That's where your power comes from. That's where you sit down on your punches or like just boom, just crack.
Oh yeah, weight training really benefits you, man. Not only physically but mentally. Like you begin to think like I've been lifting weights. I've been putting in this work. I'm stronger than this guy.
Yeah.
And that'll come into play in the ring, man.
The thing with that though, I had to cut it because I would do it Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the guy I'm sparring now, the champion, was sparring Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I wouldn't have a rest. Like I would go to school from the morning, then leave school like at 1:30, go home, eat my lunch, then I will start the class at like 3:30. So I will hit the road like at 2:45 because it'll take like 30 minutes to get over there. It was in Southgate.
Yeah.
So like traffic, you know, and I was just tired, like damn, dude. And that guy I'm sparring right now was like more of a mover, and I needed my legs with him.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel like it was they were just tightening up on me, and it was too close to the tournament, so I just needed to just focus on boxing from now on.
What about the weekends?
The weekends, they would have worked. Honestly, they would have worked, but luckily I have still 2 weeks with the guy left. So after that, I'm just gonna go hard. After the tournament, I'm just gonna go hard on like anything he gives me, you know.
Yeah.
Hey man, the top guys at your gym, are they also going to school and working, or are their schedules revolve just around boxing?
So the top guys right now, there's a professional boxer, world champion that I look up to him, man.
But he's just strictly boxing.
He's strictly boxing, yeah.
Okay.
He's strictly boxing. I look up to him because his name's Danny Roman. He fights at a 122. I don't know like the weight category for that. But dude, like he's honestly he was considered an underdog. Like people talk shit about him, like, oh yeah, he's not gonna make it. But he shocked everybody, man. And like I look up to him because I feel like I'm that type of guy. Like they talk about me like, oh, he's not that good enough to make it.
Yeah.
And I look up to him because I want to be like him. Like,
I never knew that about you, man. That people would see you as an underdog. I always felt like you were really
like always praised.
Yeah.
I mean, through social media, the way it looks is that like people are really supporting you. They got your back.
Yeah,
you know?
I see all the support.
No,
and,
yeah.
Like, but you're saying that the coach kind of sees you as an underdog too, or
not really sees me as an underdog, but he kind of like pushes me to the side, you know.
That's really weird because when my coaches would always tell me, hey, you want this fight coming up on Saturday? You want the smoker fight? You want this fight? You know, my coaches were always like trying to help me succeed, you know. So maybe you gotta switch up coaches or something, or I don't know.
No, it's just like the way of my coach. That's how he is. I know how he is. Like I already got used to it because he.
You can't let this guy slow you down, though, man.
No, hell no. He's not slowing me down. Like that's what we're going to. That's why I'm going to this tournaments. Like if I don't have a date coming up, like a pro debut,
he just feels that you have to prove yourself.
Yeah, prove myself. But also the main thing that he doesn't want to like praise me is because he doesn't want us he doesn't want me getting hard headed. Like, oh, this guy's like we're buddy. He wants me to see him as a coach, not as a friend. Okay. So like he doesn't like if I'm doing good, he doesn't. Honestly, the best advice I get, and it's kind of funny, is like, you're not as dumb as you look. That's when I know how I'm doing good. Cause you're not as dumb as you look.
What's up with that, man? Who tells you that? The coach?
The coach, yeah, but
he's fucking around.
Yeah, he's fucking around. I know how he is, but he knows how I am too. Like he knows, like if I'm saying, oh, he doesn't want to be like a yes man. Like, oh, you're doing good, because then when it comes to a point where you're not doing good and he lies to you, then you're like in your head, you're like, oh, I'm doing good, I'm fine, and then you lose it, man.
You said that your dad's your like assistant coach, kind of.
Yeah.
What advice does he give you?
He gives me like the advice to, like sparring advice.
Yeah.
Being motivated, always being ready. He's kind of more like not my nutritionist, but he keeps my diet strict,
okay.
Man. It pisses me off, man, because I love eating, man. Like everybody loves eating, but he's always right there, like, do what you're doing, you know, like you gotta pick it up, you know, you look good today, but you could do better another day, like, you know, just motivates me. And you know, I got another assistant coach too, like a Japanese guy.
Yeah.
But me, I really mess around. I mess around with him. He's not. I take him serious, but he's just more like gives water type, like.
Oh, okay, like cornerman kind of.
Yeah, cornerman. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But you never considered like going to another gym or like stepping out of your circle and maybe like seeing other coaches that would maybe be more into like training you professionally.
Yeah, we've been talking about that a lot on the podcast lately. How expanding your spectrum and being exposed to different shit really benefits you at the end of the day. Like, have you considered that?
Honestly, like, I kind of consider it. I was like, there was times where I'm just like, dude, like, I was kind of getting sad. It's like, dude, this guy's not paying attention to me. Like, when am I gonna turn pro? This and that. My dad talked about it. He's like, oh, we don't worry. Like, I have a plan. This and that. But then we're like, nah, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna let him know. Like, some guys coming. The guy came over, the pro, and we're like, no, we're gonna take this as an opportunity to show him. And like, my dad even told me, like, tell him you're gonna fight so he could take you serious. And he does take me serious. But the thing is that he's a busy man. Like, he works with a lot of other pros too.
That's what it is. I knew that's what it was.
Yeah, the whole time you're talking about this, it just reminds me of Venegas in high school. Like, he'd put so much time into the seniors while I was a freshman that I feel like he was just, you know?
See, like, that's, you gotta like, like focus on the young people, you know, because you never know.
Yeah.
They're the ones next up. Like, of course, the pros like have something coming up. They have either world championships coming up, like important fights, but also give a little like for basketball, give a little knowledge to the young guys.
Yeah, the problem with coaching is that if you have too many people under your like
Under
that
your
you're watching over, like, well, the thing that what my coach would do to combat this was he'd separate us. So he'd be like, the people that are fighting in March, I want to see you guys here at 9:30 tomorrow, and then it'd only be like 6 of us, and we'd like spar every like Saturday at 9:30.
That's a good little routine.
So, yeah, so he'd like separate the people that were fighting from the people that were not going to fight soon. Yeah. So like, yeah, I mean that kind of separation is needed when you're dealing with the dynamic between a coach and the fighter. You know.
Yeah.
You can't have too many people under your belt.
Yeah, that's the thing my dad tries to do too, cause he also works with like little amateur kids, and like people look for him too for advice or like also like if for help. But he tells me, hey man, you're my son. I want you to succeed, and you have a fight coming up. I'm looking out for you.
Does your dad have a like boxing experience? Did he ever like do boxing?
Never, bro. Like never. Just fighting on the streets. That's it. And then just falling in love with boxing, with the sport of it. Just looking at it. Never done it. I told him about it. I was like, why didn't you do it? He was like, I don't know. He just,
yeah, man, I feel the same. Like I've never boxed, but I've seen so many fights. I've been engaged with the sport for so long that I feel that I know it. You know?
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of people like that too. It's like, hey, man, like if you know it, give it a little try. No matter if you don't turn pro or if you don't want to take it serious, just give it a little try.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a sport. You know?
It's a sport.
But the reason I'm asking is because you don't technically need like an official coach to go with you to your fight. So like, I was thinking like if your dad had any boxing experience, he could be your coach at the fight, you know. Yeah. And if you don't have cornermen, like at the fights, they'll provide you. It's mandatory for them to provide you a cornerman and cutman, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you do need someone that has actual boxing expertise.
Yeah. For what?
To coach you through the fight, because it's very different when you're just someone that spectates versus someone that's actually been in the ring, that's had experience. It's very different.
This coach that you have, he goes with you to the tournaments?
No, he doesn't, because he lets my dad handle that. Because well, my dad, he never been in the ring, but he's looked at it. He got a sense of it. Yeah. And he's like a student of the game, man. He's like a boxing nerd. But my coach mainly focuses kind of on the pro aspect of it, like, cause he's always busy. Like, dude, like he gets booked for UFC. Like, he's a cut man.
Oh, okay.
Like,
what's his name?
Rudy Hernandez. He's a cut man. He's bald.
I know him.
He's bald.
Yeah.
I've heard of him before.
He's
been on the pay-per-view fights.
He's been on pay-per-view fights. He helped Ronda Rousey, I guess, when her last fight, when she got a cut. He helped her.
Her last fight, she got knocked out.
Yeah, I think it was that one.
He was there.
He was there, the cut man. So, like, yeah, he gets booked with that. Like, this week, he's booked for a UFC show. I don't know where, though. I think it was... he's leaving tomorrow to, I think, Kansas or somewhere. But...
Man, he's really busy then.
He's a busy man. Because, like, right now, he has... 3 pros.
I mean, you must have good potential if he's setting time aside for you, you know?
No,
Being such a busy man.
Well, I've been with him for a while, and he has the little guy, like, he has me, my, like, a close best friend that kind of lives with him, and then some other guy named Manny Robles. He's a NABF championship at 120, champion at 126, so he's getting focused on too. It's like, my coach has a lot of, like, guys, like, people come looking for him. Yeah. Like,
that's crazy how, like,
crazy.
You'll be in a gym and then they'll be like, that guy right there, he's this guy, you know? Yeah. You'll be like, oh, like, you know Ponce de Leon? Like, his gym was down here. They'd be like, oh, that's Ponce. And I'd be like, yeah. What? He's like, he's just here. Like, they're all down here. Like, when I do MMA, I'd be training with Eddie Bravo. I'd be training with Josh Barnett, which is a former UFC heavyweight champion. Like, Ronda Rousey walked in there a couple times. Like, dude, you don't really, like, think about it, but, like, these people are just like me and you know, and they train at regular gyms.
What gym was this?
This was at Tap Out, LA. So it's in it was on Pico and Grand.
I seen it before.
Oh yeah, you saw it?
Can I pause really quick?
Yeah.
I really gotta pee, man.
Hey man, go ahead, man. Go ahead. We'll just continue right here. I mean, all right. Yeah, but that's crazy how you'll be in a gym and then you don't even notice that there's a big name right there with you, you know?
Yeah, dude, like, you know Juan Manuel Marquez?
Yeah.
The one
Of
who
course,
knocked out
man.
Pacquiao?
Come on,
Yeah.
dude. Everyone knows who the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
that
yeah.
is. He knocked out Pacquiao. He shocked the world, man.
Hell yeah. So like, dude, he was training at like the gym I go to.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you never know. Everybody's just regular people. Like
Exactly,
you look
man.
up to them. And it's just like, oh shit.
Like Eddie Bravo right now. Have you heard of him?
No, I
You don't watch the Joe Rogan podcast?
No,
So like this guy Eddie Bravo is like a big name because he's been featured in like his podcast, you know. And I'm like, that's my coach. Like that was my jiu-jitsu coach, you know. And like he's going very viral like on social media, on YouTube, and like that was the guy that taught me how to grapple, you know. So it's like, and I want to go see him just like the other day with my friend Tejas, you know.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how you'll be in the gym and you won't even.
Excuse me, who?
Eddie Bravo. You know Eddie Bravo.
Oh yeah, Eddie Bravo. Shouts out.
He's never like seen him in person, but like he used to.
I know about him. You know?
Yeah, I used to. I mean, he used to be my coach, so it's kind of surreal.
Honestly, that's the thing too. You never know what you have until it's gone too. Like you have these opportunities with you.
I
like,
know what you mean, man. I know exactly what you mean.
You train around all these people. Like I train around world champions, people who are training for being world champions, Olympians, and it's like, oh shit, like I'm getting this knowledge and like feedback back. It's just fucking phenomenal. It's crazy.
It brings like your dreams almost like into something that you could touch, you know. It makes your dreams palpable. Like it's,
you're seeing these people do it. You're like, I could do it too. You know.
Exactly,
Dude,
man.
like I seen the guy Danny Roman, the one that I was talking about earlier that I looked up to. Before when I went to the gym, he was just he's always humble, like just quiet, doing his thing, just shadowboxing, just like that, like not all talkative, being all cocky and stuff. But before, like he was all humble, man. Like I never really knew much about him, and then he said he had like a big fight coming up, like I guess a title qualifier.
Yeah.
He beat that guy. Then all of a sudden he got a title shot in Japan. It was like, oh shit, like this guy's fucking doing it, and he's training in my gym, right in front of me. It's just like, holy fuck, like it gave me like motivation, because if he could do it, then I can do it. You know, I could possibly do it. Anybody could do it. Just you gotta have the heart, the right mentality, and the balls to do it.
Exactly, man. And that's
one of the questions I had for you. Like, what makes a good fighter, in your opinion?
What makes a good fighter is the heart, your mentality, and your balls. Honestly, because it takes balls to step up in the ring, man. It takes balls to take blows too.
Yeah.
Like
cutting weight.
Yeah, cutting weight, dude. Like when I cut weight, I have a bad attitude. Like
I've heard about that, man.
Dude. Like super bad. Like I don't even want to talk to anybody. I felt weight drained. Like that right there, that Pedialyte right there.
Yeah, man.
That's my go-to drink after weigh-in, bro.
Fucking puking.
When that drink hits my lips after weigh-in, I feel so fucking replenished and like just feel like
you're ready.
Like I'm ready. Like oof. Like, and the thing about me is like when I cut weight too, I'm kind of like dumb at it sometimes, because I take little shortcuts. Like I see a little sugar, like I'm like, oh shit, I'm a nibble on that or get a little bit.
I mean,
of that.
you've been going to that one spot a lot, the Rays. What's it called?
Oh, Howling Rays.
Howling Rays. Hey man,
I saw that.
I don't know about that one, man.
You know, I told my girlfriend, I was like, we always go there. I was like, hey, we're gonna cut this for a while, but I always see like Instagram posts about it, and I always send it to her. I was like, man, I fucking want some right now, but I'm like,
you see all the food on Instagram.
I'm gonna deserve it after.
Unfollow all those pages,
Dude,
block them, man.
You can't do that.
I was thinking about that because all my freaking feed on Instagram right now is just food.
Same, man. I get the same.
And I save it just for after the fight, like.
That's
crazy,
tough,
man.
That's
and
tough.
it's tough.
But the victory meal, it's worth it, man.
The victory meal is worth it.
You go afterwards, you're like, I don't gotta cut no more.
Yeah.
Could chill for a couple weeks.
I remember I was like out in Omaha, Nebraska for the National Golden Gloves, man.
Shout out Jesse.
Yeah. Who?
Jesse.
Oh, Jesse.
Omaha.
Right. Shout out Jesse. Omaha.
Oh, Jesse,
Omaha.
what's up, man?
Oh, I think I remember from.
He's a priest now.
Yeah.
May the Lord hold
Is he
him
really a priest?
in his glory. Yeah, he's a priest.
Anyways, what were you saying?
Crazy.
My bad.
Oh, it's all good. But out there, like, I lost a close fight, man, to some guy from Chicago, and it was split decision. I really thought I fucking won, but like I got fucking pissed. I was mad. And Golden Gloves, man, like it's a staple of boxing. Like if you
what
win,
is that? Golden Gloves.
You don't know what Golden Gloves is?
National Golden Gloves? No.
I've heard of it, but
explain to him what that is.
Like the reputation.
It's
like,
like
what is it?
it's like if you win it, you have a rep like that. That gives you like not brownie points. Like kind of like brownie points. Like oh shit, like oh damn, this guy won Golden Gloves. All right, cool. Like it gives you a little bit more respect for like promoters and people. Like people want to know about your amateur background. Like promoters, like this guy won this guy won that. And National Golden Gloves is a big tournament because it's been around boxing for like decades.
Mayweather won that one.
Also, it brings like credibility to you.
Yeah, credibility. Yeah.
Have you seen the video where Mayweather's shadowboxing to the camera when he's like a kid?
Oh yeah,
He's wearing the Golden
Gloves.
Big ass gloves.
He's wearing the Golden Gloves that he won for.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He looked young right there, man.
Yeah. So if I would have won that fight, I got like third place. But if I would have won that fight,
pretty good.
Yeah.
And you won state Golden Gloves though.
California State Golden Gloves. First place. So I beat a guy.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm Golden Gloves champion for California.
Yeah, it goes
right.
State and then national.
Yeah, state.
So you're like number one here in Cali?
Well, not right now. That was like I think before.
Still right now.
Yeah.
You still got the gloves?
Huh? No, they didn't give me gloves, man. But I got a belt. All
right.
Because things change over time, man.
Should have brought it with you, man.
Yeah.
You should have brought.
Oh shit! I should have bought fucking something.
All your belts, man. You're right here.
For the thumbnail.
Yeah, I should have brought something, man. Damn it.
Hey, for the future, man.
Yeah.
Guess gotta bring something.
Gotta bring something momentum.
I actually have boxing gloves in my trunk. I was gonna bring them so that like he could post for the thumbnail.
Oh.
But my car's in the body shop because they crashed into my car.
Oh no way. Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good, man. Happened overnight.
You're good though. Oh, you weren't in there?
No, it happened overnight. Like I woke up and I was like, what? My car.
It's just crazy how shit like that just happens out of nowhere, man.
Yeah. But they're fixing it up, so it's all good.
It's all good. Anything can happen though.
Yeah, man. So this GoPro is gonna get cut off in about at about the 1 hour mark. So
shit.
I mean, do you have any questions, man?
Any questions?
Just one last question, man.
Yeah.
What would be your dream fight? Like, who would you like to fight once you go pro? Who's the one guy you'd want to fight?
Okay. So am my way or anybody?
Anybody.
Okay, hold on.
You'll build up to that person, whoever.
Hold on. And then at any weight, because I want to see this guy fight against Tyson Fury. I want to see a freak show.
You know what? I take that back, man.
You know
take
what?
that back.
Let's be realistic, and then let's step out of the realms of reality for a little bit.
Okay. What we'll do is fighter. Who'd you want to fight? Active fighter, and then from the past.
Oh, that's
your weight class, though.
That's a good one.
So, like a Mayweather.
But
Mayweather
hold on, the weight division's new, isn't it? I think that weight division might be new.
What?
Which one?
The 115 flyweight division for boxing.
No, it's been around.
Oh, for a while.
Pacquiao was in there at one point, man.
Dude, Pacquiao was in at 108, and then he went up 8 divisions, man.
He was telling me that Pacquiao didn't have power. I'm like, man, he was dropping everybody.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't want to be the one to say this, but I'm pretty sure he used some roids.
I told him that.
I
threw that in
someone
there.
Someone got into something, but oh shit!
how did I come in here?
Maluma just passed by. Okay, so fighter right now, and then fighter
right now. So there's a world champion at 118. His name is I don't know his name. His name is Inuye. Something Inuye. And he's he's a Japanese guy, but he's a beast, bro. They call him the monster. Like,
champion,
yeah, dude. Like he has phenomenal fucking power, and it'll be an opportunity to step in the ring with him. You know, it'll be a tough fight, but you know, I could pull it off boxing him, and if like, you know, later on in the future, because my coach has connects with Japanese people, and hopefully I can spar him one day and see what he is, and you know, I guess a fighter from the past. I don't want to say Mayweather.
Mayweather was he
Mayweather from the Czech, you know, for the Czech.
Oh, man, that's funny, man.
That's everyone's dream right there.
Do it.
I'd do it, man. I'm not even in condition, but I didn't even know Pacquiao was in your weight division
at one point.
Man, that's scary.
Yeah. And he'd say that when he first started fighting, he weighed barely 100 pounds.
He would like wear
with rocks, huh?
But the thing is that I mean, he was like from a third world country, so like he was skinny because he didn't have like the choice to like eat. Like he'd be starving literally.
That's true.
He was still a good boxer.
He was a good boxer, but he was starving to death. Anyways, Guys, that's the end of the podcast. Make sure you guys keep up with Adrian. This guy's gonna go big. Trust me, guys.
Oh yeah, man. He's gonna go pro.
His IG profile is in the description below. Make sure you guys go follow him. I'm gonna shoot you guys his Snapchat too. That's also gonna be in the description below. If you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe, like the video, share, post it, everything. Social media.
Hopefully one day.
Yeah. So Adrian, man, thanks for coming today, man.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man. That's a wrap.
Yeah, let's go.